A young high school student from Houston, Texas, went swimming at Galveston Beach when contents from a space station experiment spilled from a boat's cargo area destined for a secret island. After his swim, the teenager returned home, fell asleep, and awoke the next morning as a cat with superhuman abilities. He quickly discovered he could leap from the ground to the top of high-rise buildings, possessed incredible strength to carry tons of weight, and had enhanced hearing and vision. Using his powers, he helped children and the elderly in need while trying to convince his high school classmate Peggy that he was indeed Clarence, her best friend. Clarence was classified as a missing person, and he kept his new identity and powers a secret from everyone but Peggy. Peggy eventually found a scientist named Jethro, who promised to work on a cure to reverse Clarence's condition. Until a cure was found, Clarence became America's secret weapon against crime, protecting the innocent. Jethro also informed Clarence that he would now be known as Mr. Purr-Fect and would wear a purple cape. Additionally, Jethro revealed that Clarence would have to battle the Zapper, a villain going around the country draining energy and the minds of innocent people. Join us on the adventures of incredible Mr. Purr-Fect.
Underground Artist Network presents the continuing adventures of the incredible Mr. Purr-Fect. Thank you for joining us. This show presents new episodes the third and fourth Sunday of every month at noon. Sign up for notifications so you don't miss any new episodes. We appreciate your support by listening, and please enjoy this episode of incredible Mr. Purr-Fect.
The Zapper's plan to locate his new, unknown feline nemesis takes an unexpected turn when he discovers the most powerful energy source he has ever encountered near Galveston in the Gulf of Mexico. Beneath the Zapper's imposing exterior lies a flicker of vulnerability, betraying a man once lost in the relentless pursuit of power. His dark ambition seems unwavering, yet conceals a web of fears and doubts that haunt him. Despite harnessing terrifying prowess from coveted energy, self-doubt gnaws at his resolve. In the stillness of night, as the world sleeps, the Zapper is haunted by echoes of past failures. He fixates on the catastrophic end of a crucial experiment, the blinding flash and acrid smoke forever etched in his memory. Each miscalculation seemed trivial, until it led to irreversible ruin. In solitude, he contemplates the fragility of his control, balancing precariously on a precipice. His mind races with scenarios where his creations spiral beyond his grasp, envisioning experiments strangling cities instead of empowering them. Fear paralyzes him, mocking the assurances he projects outwardly. He worries whether his path leads to enlightenment or into a self-made prison, where pride and oversight cause his empire to crumble. His fears manifest physically. Sleepless nights carve shadows beneath his eyes, and tension weaves through him. These vulnerabilities drive him to overcompensate, pushing boundaries and tightening his grip in a futile attempt to stave off the inevitable. His brilliance as a scientist is a double-edged sword, empowering yet ensnaring him in a storm of creativity and insecurity. His family, once his anchor and greatest inspiration, was lost in an accident resulting from a failed energy experiment of his own design. What was meant to be his crowning achievement, a discovery to elevate mankind, instead consumed those he loved, leaving only echoes of laughter and love to haunt his memories. The bright future he envisioned for them became shrouded in shadows, a grim reminder of the frailty of human endeavor. This profound loss fueled the Zapper's relentless ambition. What began as a pursuit of redemption transformed into an all-consuming drive for dominion over energy itself. Within this battlefield of the mind, his reflections often veer toward doubt. The potential unraveling of his plans offers a rare glimpse into the man behind the mask, revealing a universal truth. Beneath the cloak of invincibility, everyone contends with their own shadows. In his pursuit of dominance, the Zapper confronts his latent humanity, a maelstrom of past and potential futures threatening to tip into oblivion. Through this lens, he emerges not merely as a villain, but as a figure intertwined with the fragility of his journey, his vulnerability casting long shadows over the battle that awaits. The Zapper retires for the evening as the overabundance of energy renders him to overload mode. Meanwhile, back in the city of Houston, Mr. Purr-Fect is called back into action despite being warned by Jethro to resist the calling.
We need to interrupt the show for these quick messages. We will return shortly. Thank you for listening to the adventures of incredible Mr. Purr-Fect.
Saw a shadow in the alley, now could it be? Silhouette so strange, it took a second to see. With a hat and a cane, moving smooth like a dream, like a midnight magician in a city of steam. Disappeared in the fog like a ghost in disguise. Left me wondering if I got lost in your eyes. Where did you go? Something on this city.
We appreciate you coming back from the break. These stories are part of a continuing series that airs the third and fourth Sunday of every month at noontime, wherever you listen to your podcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at undergroundartistnetwork@outlook.com. Also consider becoming a paid subscriber to the Underground Artist Network as we continue our efforts to showcase up-and-coming artists as well as present original programming. As a subscriber, you are eligible for sticker and t-shirt giveaways as well as special bonus content. For only $2 a month, you can be part of the Underground. Let's go ahead and continue this episode of Incredible Mr. Purr-Fect.
Peggy and Clarence were enjoying their French toast breakfast. With Jethro's superhero cat persona, Clarence benefited from government funds to secure a state-of-the-art apartment near the NASA space station. This apartment was a significant upgrade from the inner-city studio he shared with his grandmother. As an added bonus, it provided access to satellite and internet connections, offering Clarence unlimited communication and entertainment options. Daily meal deliveries from standard courier services ensured he had whatever he needed. While this new life came with its share of positives, there were, of course, some negatives as well. The peaceful and delicious breakfast was abruptly interrupted by Clarence's newly discovered cat senses. "I have to go right now," he announced, slipping on his shirt with a bold, capitalized letter P. He didn't tell Peggy what the emergency was, but he heard children screaming as the car they were in had been hit from behind. It was now dangling on the overpass, slowly beginning to slip and fall from a great height. As Mr. Purr-Fect arrived at the overpass, he was greeted by a scene of chaos. A car teetered precariously, its back wheels hanging over the edge, while the front clung to crumbling asphalt. Inside, two children clutched each other, eyes wide with fear. Nearby, their parents stood frozen, unable to reach them as traffic whizzed by, oblivious to the emergency. Clarence's heart pounded in his chest, his mind a whirlpool of doubt. He had never tackled anything of this magnitude before. The car was a heavy metal beast weighed down by real-world gravity that he couldn't simply wish away. His usual confidence faltered as the screams of the frightened children cut through the air. He hesitated, feeling the unfamiliar pull of indecision. Could he summon enough strength without sending the car over the edge? Would his leaping abilities suffice to reach the children and cradle the car back to safety? Clarence's bionic ears twitched, alerting him to the police sirens approaching, and the distance time was slipping through his paws. Taking a deep breath, he steadied his racing thoughts. He was Mr. Perfect now, and these kids were counting on him. Launching himself forward, he leaped with feline precision onto the hood of another parked vehicle, using it as a springboard to the precarious car. His claws dug into the metal as he landed, his senses heightened, muscles tensing with untapped strength. "Don't worry, I'm here to help," he shouted, hoping his voice conveyed more confidence than he felt. The children's frantic eyes met his, calming at the sight of his determined gaze. With care, he pried open the back door and reached inside to lift the frightened children out with his strong arms. "I've got you," he assured them, heart swelling with a mix of certainty and caution. One by one, he delivered them into their parents' arms, who clutched their children with tearful relief. The car creaked ominously, the threat of disaster still looming. This has to be it, Clarence thought. He crouched low and summoned every ounce of strength, pressing his shoulder against the car's frame, his muscles burning with effort. Slowly, almost miraculously, the car inched back onto the asphalt. Its danger abated as it settled safely on solid ground. Relief washed over the gathered crowd, a wave of gratitude surging in cheers and applause. He barely registered the flash of cameras capturing the moment for posterity. "Thank you, Mr. Perfect," the crowd called out, enveloping him in gratitude like an unexpected hug. But Clarence knew his time was short. With the agility of his feline prowess, he leaped away, disappearing across rooftops and through alleys, racing toward the glow of the city lights with the speed of his newfound abilities. Only when the noise of the event faded, replaced by the soft hum of the city night, did Clarence slow his pace. He slipped back home, adrenaline still coursing through his veins as he allowed himself a moment of breath and reflection. He had done it. Faced with doubt, Clarence had found a way to channel Mr. Perfect, saving lives and discovering the inner strength he had questioned at the edge of that overpass. For tonight, that was enough.
We need to interrupt the show for these quick messages. We will return shortly. Thank you for listening to the adventures of incredible Mr. Perfect.
Saw a shadow in the alley, now could it be? Silhouette so strange, it took a second to see. With a hat and a cane, moving smooth like a dream, like a midnight magician in a city of steam. Disappeared in the fog like a ghost in disguise. Left me wondering if I got lost in your eyes. Where did you go? Something on this city.
We appreciate you coming back from the break. These stories are part of a continuing series that airs the third and fourth Sunday of every month at noontime, wherever you listen to your podcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at undergroundartistnetwork@outlook.com. Also consider becoming a paid subscriber to the Underground Artist Network as we continue our efforts to showcase up-and-coming artists as well as present original programming. As a subscriber, you are eligible for sticker and t-shirt giveaways as well as special bonus content. For only $2 a month, you can be part of the Underground. Let's go ahead and continue this episode of Incredible Mr. Perfect.
Peggy and Clarence had dinner together after his long day and stress of rescuing children for the second day in a row. Peggy informed Clarence that she would have to be leaving for home before it got too late. Before she left, he had something to ask her that he needed her help to seek clarification on. After a long day of rescuing children for the second consecutive day, Clarence had dinner with Peggy. As they ate, she mentioned the need to leave before it got too late. Seeking clarity on something, Clarence then asked for her help. Clarence sat on the edge of his bed, the room dimly lit by the city's distant glow. His eyes traced familiar patterns on the ceiling as his mind swirled with unfamiliar questions. Being Mr. Purr-Fect was both exhilarating and terrifying, and lately, the scales seemed to tip more towards terror. The transformation had thrust upon him an unimaginable power, a whirlwind of strength, speed, and agility that both dazzled and haunted him. Yet, beneath the cat's confident exterior lay a heart riddled with doubt and insecurity. Why him? Why was it Clarence, out of all people, who had been bestowed with such extraordinary abilities? The reverence from those he saved weighed heavily on his heart, each grateful smile a reminder of a responsibility he wasn't sure he could shoulder. Praise felt strange and undeserved, like a cloak several sizes too big that threatened to engulf him in its folds. Guilt gnawed at the edges of his newfound identity. The fear of failing those who looked up to him was an ever-present shadow, tainting even his proudest moments with whispers of inadequacy. Peggy could sense his inner storm, the way his fur bristled with unspoken fears. "Clarence," she said softly, sitting by his side, "do you remember that time we decided to build a treehouse with nothing but sheer determination and a few tools?" She chuckled, drawing him into the memory. Despite his gloom, Clarence couldn't help but smile at the recollection. How they had struggled with rickety ladders and crooked boards, the entire endeavor feeling laughably beyond their capabilities. "We were in over our heads," he agreed, shaking his head at their youthful naivety. "But we did it, didn't we?" Peggy nudged him gently. "We stuck together, figured it out one step at a time." Her gaze was steady, full of the confidence he often lacked. "You're not alone in this, Clarence," she continued, her voice a soothing anchor. "Just like back then, we'll face this challenge together. You don't have to have all the answers right now. It's okay to feel uncertain, but don't let it stop you from moving forward. Look how far you've come already. You're stronger than you think, and we'll figure the rest out as we go." Her words settled over him like a soft blanket, easing the tension in his shoulders and the tightness in his chest. Clarence breathed deeply, the chaos in his mind gradually stilling. The path ahead was still daunting, but maybe, just maybe, he could navigate it with Peggy by his side, and the lessons of their past as a guiding light.
This concludes this week's episode. Remember, this is an all-ages show that is suitable for the whole family, but explores issues that our young people face in today's society. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at undergroundartistnetwork@outlook. Please take a moment to find the links on our description page to the amazing music used in our show and the artist that create it. Don't forget to look for the incredible Mr. Purr-Fect on YouTube. Before we end this episode, let's go back to our storyteller as he leads us out. See you soon.
Until the next adventure, he is no longer a limited human. He is now the extraordinary feline caped hero for those in need. With cat speed faster than a blink of an eye and the ability to leap over the highest obstacles, he is not just any cat. He is the one and only Mr. Purr-Fect.
Give me that.